So today we are going to interview a very talented actor, which people know him for so many years for his very talented skills in Bollywood, Tollywood, everywhere. None other than Boman Irani. So today our guest is Boman Irani, and let's find out what's happening in his life from himself. So hello sir, how are you? First of all, tell me.
Hi Neha, I'm doing very well. How have you been?
It's going on, sir. It was a long time and we were connected. It was wonderful whenever I used to call you, and I used to get a lot of positive vibes from you. And today also I'm getting it. So I'm blessed.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Neha. So sweet of you to say so.
So let's start with this. As you know,
Yeah.
this is a common question, long time lockdown, and we were all locked down for so many months. So how you been like when you have to just get into the one house for so many months? Because you've been always working, I know.
You know, Neha, with each passing year, for some strange reason, I have gotten busier and busier and busier. And a lot of my work has included a lot of travel. Literally, when I used to fly around the place, airline staff used to make fun of me and say, "Oh, Mr. Irani, you're back, you fly more than us." And there would be times I would fly to Hyderabad, come back to Mumbai, then go to a studio straight from the airport, go back to the airport and then fly out somewhere else. So it was really, really hectic travel. So when I'm at home for a day, I feel I've become useless. I feel I've become completely, what's happening in my life, So when the lockdown happened, I was hit by it. I won't lie. We were told 21 days, and we knew that it's going to be longer than 21 days. Nobody knew it's going to go on for so long. I was hit, but in the third or fourth day, I'll be very honest, the third or fourth day, I immediately accepted that this is going to be our fate, and we have to accept it. The more you fight it, the more miserable you're going to be. Neha, I just try to figure out a way that I keep busy, I remain happy, and be productive. So I made a plan that morning from this time to this time, I'll do my personal work. And then from this time to this time, I will interact, and I'll let you know what I started doing, and then take a little breather for lunch or something. And the evening, get online and just connect with people, connect with students, connect with institutions, connect with sansthaas, connect with people from different communities, because I realized there were a lot of people getting extremely depressed.
Yes.
And they were not able to deal with it. It was like as if war had broken out. But we have to understand that this was not as bad as war. It has taken its toll on a lot of people, but emotionally and mentally it's taken a toll on a lot of people, apart from the health, financial issue, daily workers, and they needed a little cheer. So my friend Johnny Lever, you'll know him very well.
Yes.
And sometimes we would get together and do a little interaction on an Instagram or for some organization, and it would cheer up people in a very big way. Johnny Lever and I recently did it for a special children's group, 200 special children, and Johnny Lever was there, just making them laugh. And that's all you need to make people do. That my evenings were taken care of there. When the morning I started teaching, and we'll talk about that a little more. So my day has been extremely busy, and months have flown away very easily. But you have to accept and understand that this is going to be your lot for some time.
What's now? Like, it's been like 7-8 months. So what's happening in your life? Like, okay, you just talked about what happened these many years. So what new talent you discovered?
Okay.
You've been into photography. I know you have the multi things you keep doing it. I'm aware of it. But this time what you experimented?
I did do a little bit of photography also in the lockdown. A friend of mine, so we would do photography, and a friend of mine asked me to join in a group of people that would speak to young photographers. So some of the finest photographers in the country would get together. This was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We used to do it every day.
No.
Talk and bring in the finest photographers. It was called F-Stop. And it was so hugely successful, inspiring, emotional. People would share their work, their photographs, show it to youngsters. People would ask questions. And it would be the most amazing 2 hours that would pass by in the afternoon. I got a hook from that. And I said, maybe I could do something for a community of writers. Because I think in cinema, nothing is more important than the writing process. Because you can have a great director, but a great director cannot direct by reading a directory. You need a good script, and good scripts are difficult to find. And there's a technique to write a good script. So I've been a student of screenwriting for many years. And I've been attending workshops, and I've got a guru of my own. And I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to share what my guru had taught me with young screenwriters. So today, as we speak, Neha, today I completed our 210th class during the lockdown.
Very good.
210 classes this morning was the 210th class on screenwriting. And I met so many young screenwriters, such wonderful talent. All they needed to do was channelize their talent and make the screenplays tighter through technique. So it's been very gratifying. It's been progressive. It's been it'll bear fruit, hopefully, because our cinema will only benefit from good screenplays. You can have great talent, you can have great music, you can have great cinematography, you can have wonderful directors and wonderful vision. Without a script, which is powerful.
But sir, always an actor, like you wanted to be an actor always, like it's always in your plate, or it just happened in your life? You just remember, you can share your experience.
Being an actor, Neha, was something maybe I always wanted to do all my life. And what you want to do, what is your internal desire? I think it gets known to people even if you don't say it to anyone. And strangely, the people who are around you feel that desire.
True.
Even if you don't say it in many words, in any words, people sense it. When I was a photographer many years ago, met Shamak Davar, great choreographer.
Yes.
And he took me for an audition for a play. And I said, I can't do a play right now because I need to make money as a photographer and pay my bills. He said, no, just do this. So I said, no, I can't. I don't have the time. He's saying, just do it. You're an actor. I said, who told you? So he says, nobody has to tell me. I know. I said, how do you know? The body, your body and your vibration speaks that there's a desire for you to be an actor. I don't know how he found out. I never told him. But he introduced me to the theater. He introduced me to the stage. And I got a 3-minute part. And the 3-minute part did pretty well. And that started off my career. So that was at the age of 35.
You got your first role? At the age of 35.
Yeah, I did my first role. And by the time I got to the age of 44, I got my my break in mainstream Hindi cinema.
Okay.
At the age of 44. So, everybody says, you're late. I don't know what is late and what is right. I mean, it's not that, it's not like you're going to school and you got to start. You can't do your first standard when you're 20 years old.
Right.
You can't.
Yes.
But in life, you can choose and do whatever you want to do at whatever stage in your life.
And your presence makes lot of importance whenever you're doing any movie, like we saw in Three Idiots or whether other movie. When you just enter it, you rock.
Yeah, but Neha, that's part of it, because there's a joy in doing what you're doing. Because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, if you feel that, I'm doing this for the money or for the fame, or it's not going to show.
Exactly.
What will show is your passion. What actually shows is your passion and your involvement in what you're doing.
I believe in this. I truly believe in this.
You have to be passionate about it. Otherwise, there's no point in doing all this.
True.
There's no point.
We have seen you doing a wonderful roles in South India. I mean, Tollywood.
Right.
So, how you got your first role when people have started approaching you for Telugu movies? You worked with Pawan Kalyan, all superstars of here. So, what was your reaction or you can just share some of the moments when you got a call and you got to do something with the Telugu cinema?
So through interviews, people would say, if I go to Hyderabad, they say, would you like to do a Telugu film? And I say, yeah, why not? We say, why not? And then one day, really, I got a call. I
Wow,
said,
that's a good
one. They were not joking. They were not joking. They were serious about this. Okay.
Ah.
So there was this gentleman, and normally people say, I'm speaking from the production side, and we are looking for you for a role. Would you like to? Yeah, and my manager will call. But there was this gentleman who called. He was the director and the writer himself. And I said, so we'd like to, and this is the story, and I'm in a village right now, and I'm shooting. I just want to spend 15 minutes with you. So he's somewhere in an area. He's saying, I don't have a signal. So I'm walking into a field, and I'm talking to you from one point where there is signal. Would you spend 15 minutes with me? And I found that man's voice very, very genuine and a very kind voice, So I went, I sat over there, and he started telling me the story. Now, one more thing. I'm passionate about what I do. And that man also was very passionate of how he told me the story. And he started telling me the story, and I couldn't understand the story very well, I'll be very honest.
Okay.
But I could feel the passion.
Okay.
And then he mentioned some film and another film and this film, you remember? And I said, this man knows everything about cinema. He's like an encyclopedia. I said, I'd like to sit and hang with this guy, just hang out with him. Because he's so passionate and he knows the cinema so well. And he said, so will you do I said, yeah, I'll do your film. So he said, wow. I said, yeah. Saying, that's nice. I said, I just want to sit. You promised me one thing. He says, yeah. We must sit after pack up and talk about movies. So he said, okay. And that's how I did my first film with Trivikram sir.
Yes. So he was that gentleman who spent 15 minutes with you?
That's the man.
Wow. No,
and he's saying, no, 15 minutes. It was not 15. Half an hour we spoke.
Okay.
And he spoke this and he spoke that. And we are talking. And I'm talking to this guy like he's a friend of mine. He's like my brother I've known for years. I said, but we'll talk. And then on the set, we used to talk continuously. Everybody used to stare. What are they talking for so long? I used to talk so much about movies. And he was so kind, so respectful, and so understanding of the craft. And he would explain, I just love him very much. He's a gentleman's gentleman.
Boman Kalyan, sir, you hang out with him or something, funny movies.
Yeah,
and what was your experience with him?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't have too many scenes with him. In the second film I had a little more to do. But from what I had heard and what I'm seen, and when I went for the music, the launch and the music launch, it was like there was so much noise over there. And when he entered, I said, my God, this man is, But when you meet him on the set, he's soft in his tone, again, respectful, gentlemanly, and, great. He said, thank you for doing the film. I said, no, I'm honored and I'm privileged to do this film, because I think actors respect actors because they know how difficult it is sometimes.
True.
The thing about Mr. Boman Kalyan was so gentlemanly on the set. And when I saw him in that whole stadium, I said, my God, is this the same? Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
So you enjoyed that. So now so comfortable working in Telugu cinema, and you have been working for so many movies now, Telugu movies, right?
Right.
So how was now next, is any offers you have come across, and this lockdown overs and then we can see you back?
We'll see. Because now that the lockdown is, people have started shooting. There have been a lot of Hindi film offers. But if people offer me a good story, I don't think the language should come in the way.
True.
It's the story. It's always the story. In whichever language it is said, power of the story. And Telugu. And I met so many wonderful people who would sit and explain to me the real meaning of that word, what it could. There's such wonderful people on the set, such learned people, that you feel more and more comfortable. Yeah, so I might do another film, who knows.
So if we talk about your favorite actors and friends you made from Telugu cinema, and you are in touch regularly with them, you can talk about them, you are in touch mostly.
I know. I'll be honest, I'm not really in touch, except that we communicate. Trivikram is the person I communicate with. Others we just on wishes and on good days, and and blessings and that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
true.
But yeah.
If we talk about your ideal role, because it's a journey, are you looking for yourself an ideal role?
I'm going to say something that you might be surprised. I don't look out for a role, Neha. I look out for a good story. I look for a story that connects with people. You can have a great role, but if it's not part of a good story, then you're only looking at yourself as an actor. I think an actor is just one spoke in the wheel. I mean, one little. He's just a part of the whole thing to tell a good story. If the story is not good and the role is great, nobody's going to come and watch the movie. What's the point? What's the point in getting a great role in an ordinary story? It should be a good role in a great story.
Your three favorite roles which you have done till now. So can you just name them? Three roles of yours.
So my favorite, one of my three favorites is Khosla Ghosla.
Okay.
I did a character who lives in Delhi.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Hard nut. He was a real hard nut. I think I have great memories of Munna Bhai MBBS.
Yes.
And he actually lage raho Munna Bhai
Superb,
even more
yeah.
because I really enjoyed that character. He was a real juicy fellow, naughty, and he was
I know, it was wonderful.
Yeah. And again, it was, everybody, I thought it was a little tricky because again, I'm playing a character that I'm not very familiar with. I'm a Parsi, I'm playing a Sardarji and there was a lot of effort that went in and hope it turned out effortless at the end of the day. But one of my most favorite films actually was shot in Hyderabad. All of it. Every single scene was shot in Hyderabad. And that's a film called Well Done Abba.
Okay.
It is a Shyam Benegal film. And shot at Ramoji Rao, and we were there for the whole schedule, start to finish. And that's one of my most favorite experiences actually in cinema. I played a driver, Arman Ali, and he is telling a story about how his well got stolen. उसका बावड़ी चोरी हो गया उसका बावड़ी चोरी हो गया बावड़ी कैसा चोरी हो गया तुमने बोला फोटो जिन्होंने बनाया the people who made his baudi for him, all the officials, they gave him a certificate with a stamp and a photograph, right? And he said, see, it's there, but they had never made the well. I like Three Idiots. I've never understood why people like it so much.
Oh, come on.
I can't understand. I can't. Okay, he's an irritating old man. ऐसे घूमता है क्या है उसमें? I don't understand. But yeah, I think people identify with a guy. For children like him, I don't know why. And he's a negative character.
No,
I don't know why. He's a negative character, And I still try to figure out why do people like this negative character.
And sir, if we you write a lot. So would you like to share some of your lines, inspirational lines, to make this something?
I don't know. I'm writing screenplays.
Or something inspirational messages you write, or some poet, or something we would like to end with something positive.
I don't have anything right now written, Neha.
Okay.
But what I can say is, I'll say something that inspires me.
What?
Something that I noticed and learned during this lockdown. And that is, I just feel that this lockdown has been a process where the earth and nature was cleansing itself. And that's when the pollution kind of cleared and you looked into the sky and everything was blue and it looked beautiful. Nature was telling us that we should clean ourselves.
True.
The seas became a little bluer, the rivers, became cleaner. I think that us being part of nature, it was also telling us to cleanse ourselves a little bit, you can't say virus is the unhealthy part. Sometimes your habits are unhealthy. So to improve on your eating habits, you've got to improve on your own internal health, and stop worrying about the virus. So the lockdown helped us to understand ourselves as human beings, to cleanse ourselves and cleanse our souls, and to know that when it opens up, you've got to be in practice of what you're going to present to the world. So keep practicing, because when it opens up, you'll be running to make money. But when it opens up and you run to make money and you are in good shape, then you'll have a great, great career and a great life.
Wow, that was super, sir. So we just want to end the interview with some good dialogue of yours.
What good dialogue.
एक तो dialogue बनता है, sir. I'm just waiting 3 Idiots wala. I
The
love
devil is back.
The expressions, the kind of, my God, that was.
Life एक रेस है. अगर तेज नहीं भागोगे तो कोई और आगे निकल जाएगा. And you will be like a broken anda.
Super, sir. Loved you for this, really. And thank you so much, sir, talking to us. And, it's such an inspirational interview. And
thank you so much.
Wanted to do more interviews with you. And come back to Hyderabad.
I will. Yeah,
I want to see your Telugu movie next and announce first with me.
Sure, of course.
The news has to be shared first with me, okay?
Okay, done. It's a deal.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So it was wonderful interaction and talking to Boman Irani. Keep watching ABN Andhra Jyoti.